Okay, so this video is explaining how I got my insurance to cover my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So, excuse you. So, starting out, what I did was I went to my primary care physician, told them that I was interested in weight loss surgery. So, she gave me a referral to see the surgeon. So, I went to go see the surgeon. By the way, my surgeon's name was Dr. Eckstein. Anyway, so I went to go see the surgeon. He explained to me how my insurance covers the procedure and things that I'll need to do and stuff like that to get it, covered. So I'm like, okay, cool. So after I met with him, he explained to me everything about the surgery and whatever and finding out which one is for me. I already knew which surgery I wanted, which was the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. There are several types of weight loss surgery procedures. There is the gastric bypass. There's the lap band. There is the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is what I had. And there is the duodenal switch. I just found out about that one. That's basically a vertical sleeve and a gastric bypass together. It's more invasive. You have a very higher success rate with it, but the mortality rate is pretty high also. So yeah, it's a good thing I didn't know about that one. But I feel as though the vertical sleeve was the best choice for me. So after that, I went back to my primary care physician and I scheduled a visit with the nutritionist. So basically, my insurance requires a 6-month visit, 6 months of visits to the nutritionist, because they basically have to teach you how to eat after you have the surgery. So, and you get weighed and stuff like that. With my insurance, you cannot gain more weight than what you started with. So if you start the program and say that you're at 200 and I don't know, say you're at 200 pounds when you first started, right? And then you have 6 months down the line, you gain 30 pounds. Okay. You have to maintain that 200-pound weight that you started with. If you do not maintain it, then you have to have more nutritionist visits to get the weight down before they do the surgery. And so, yeah, I had that issue. I gained 20 pounds when I started the program. When I started the program, I was a certain weight. I'm not too comfortable mentioning my weight just yet. I will, but not right now. So, I started my weight at one number and I gained 20 pounds and I had to lose the 20 pounds and I was pretty much being lazy. I don't want to say too much lazy. I just wasn't working out. I changed my eating habits, but I wasn't working out, and that kind of slowed my weight loss. I was able to do it, obviously, but it slowed down my weight loss because I wasn't working out like that. I have a really bad back, really bad back. So it was hard for me to do workouts and stuff. So, I would slack on that and be lazy about working out, but not about eating right, if you get what I'm saying. So you need 6 months of nutritionist visits. You need a mental health evaluation because they have to see if your mind is in the right place for having this procedure, making sure you don't have no emotional breakdown after it and stuff like that. Then you need a cardiologist clearance. So that goes like with your heart or whatever. And you have to basically get an EKG done at the cardiologist and they see how your EKG is. They ask you questions about exercising, like if you can run, can you walk for a long time? Do you have shortness of breath and stuff like that? They ask about. Then you have to get a pulmonologist clearance. And the pulmonologist was the hardest one for me because he wanted me to have a sleep study because I was diagnosed with sleep apnea before. So he wanted me to have a sleep study before he would give me clearance, but my insurance would not cover the sleep study. They said it was medically unnecessary, even though the doctor was saying that I needed the sleep study. They gave me such a hassle. So I explained to the doctor, hey, my insurance is not going to cover the sleep study. This is the last clearance that I need, because pulmonology was my last clearance. This was the last clearance that I need. And if I don't get the clearance, I won't be able to do the surgery. And so he gave me the clearance, and he said, come see me after you have the surgery so you can have a sleep study. So I was like, okay. So he gave me the clearance. Then you get preliminary blood work. Now, the preliminary blood work is what you get from your primary care physician. And basically it's just blood work. You know, they check to see if you have diabetes and stuff like that. I don't know if it's through blood. I don't even remember. They check all that stuff. You have a breath test where they test your breath to see if you have some type of enzyme in your gut that could be problematic if you have surgery. I did not have it, obviously. You drink this very nasty drink, and they give you a bag, and you basically blow air into the bag before and after. Before you take the drink and after you take the drink, you have to blow your breath into a bag, and then they test it, and it goes from there. So I obviously did not have any issues with my gut. So that was no problem. Then you need a letter of medical necessity. So that comes from your primary care physician. And the letter of medical necessity is basically, you know, saying why your doctor thinks that you need this surgery. So my reasoning for me needing this surgery is my back. I have a very bad back. I have lumbar spinal stenosis, and I have a lot of flare-ups with it. And sometimes I can't walk. I will literally crawl around my house when my back gets bad like that. It's really debilitating. I have a very bad case of it. Because I also have a herniated disc. So I have the spinal stenosis in the lumbar area at the bottom of my spine. And then I have a herniated disc a little further up. So my spine is pretty jacked up. Not to mention, I also have scoliosis. So yeah, my spine is pretty fucked up. Anyway, so after that, you get a final clearance from another physician. So basically you schedule an appointment to see another physician, possibly one that your doctor may work with or something like that, or your primary care physician may work with. You see them and they give you another clearance. You know, they check your chest, listen to your chest, listen to your heart, check your blood pressure. They make sure you don't have hypertension and stuff like that. They do a pregnancy test also. And if you're a woman, you know, you get a pap smear if you haven't had a pap smear. And I wasn't really in the mood to get my pap smear done, so she didn't make me go through it. She didn't make me go through with it. So I'm going to get one, but I just was not in the mood to be busting it wide open because I didn't know that I would have to get a pap smear. Anyway, so I had to get that done. And then I had to go back to the hospital maybe 3 or so weeks before surgery to do more blood work. And that was blood typing to see what type of blood I had and to see if I had some other type of issue. I can't even think of it right now. Serena, go to sleep. So I can't even think of it right now because she just threw me off. Okay. But you need some other type. Is blood typing pretty much like if you lose blood and stuff like that. If you lose blood, they know what your blood type is and stuff like that. So that is everything that I had to do. And you have to do all of that at the end of your nutritionist visits. So 6 months is basically the time frame that they give you to complete all of this stuff. And then you're approved for surgery. You get a surgery date on the last day that you see the nutritionist. So my last day that I saw the nutritionist was October 16th. That was my last day. So I went in there and I was so scared because I had to lose an additional 10 pounds before my last visit. So I was scared because, I had a month basically to lose 10 pounds. And I was able to do it. I was diligent. I stuck to what I wanted to do because I knew I wanted this surgery. And I was able to do it. I was able to lose the 10 pounds that I needed to lose. And it was so like good for me because my nutritionist told me that she didn't think I could do it. She said, I don't know if you're going to be able to have the surgery. You're probably going to have more visits if you stay on this track. And I was like, oh, for real? Like when she told me I couldn't do it, that just made me want to do it. So I was able to do it and she was surprised. And I still needed my pulmonary clearance, so I didn't get my date then and there. So a couple of weeks went by. I got the pulmonary clearance, and then they gave me a surgery date. So they told me the day of my surgery, which was December 3rd, and they didn't tell me the time. They called me the day before and told me what time I had to be in the hospital. Serena. They called me the day before and told me what time I had to be in the hospital and stuff. So I went up in there and then they shot me up with so much medication. They gave me heparin. They gave me, hold up, I'm gonna tell you right now if I have the freaking paper here. Hold on, give me a sec. So they gave me heparin, which is a blood thinner, so I don't get blood clots after the surgery. They gave me scopolamine, which is a transdermal patch, and I think that's what prevents nausea. They also gave me a patch check, which is when they come and check the patch to make sure it's still working and stuff. They gave me Zofran for nausea because I had extremely horrible nausea after surgery. I cannot even explain that. Like when I was in pain really bad, I would have bad nausea. It was terrible. Anyway, then they gave me Vasitec, and I'm not sure what that's for. I'm not sure what that's for. I don't even want to say. They gave me Benadryl, Reglan, Levinox, which was a shot they gave me in my thigh. They gave me Dilaudid, which was my pain medicine. And I loved the Dilaudid when I was in the hospital. I was in so much pain. Like when I first woke up, this is why I have no video pictures or nothing when I was in the hospital. I was in excruciating fucking pain. Okay. Like I didn't take no pictures, nothing. I didn't even check my phone like that. My phone had done died. My charger I brought wasn't working. So I had to wait for my mom to bring me another charger. This thing keep on falling out. I had to wait for my mom to bring me another charger. So my phone wasn't even on like that. I ain't even care. I was in so much pain. Like soon as I woke up, my doctor was in my face and I was screaming. Like soon as my eyes opened, I was hollering. I was screaming. Everything on me hurt. My stomach, everything was hurting. And he was like, Miss Womack, did you get up and walk? Have you walked yet? And I stared at him just screaming. And they came in and gave me some medication and I went right back to sleep after that. It was horrible, y'all. Like I was in so much pain. That second time I woke up, the nurse came in and asked me again, did I go walking? And I did not walk. I didn't walk. I was in pain. So she helped me get up and go use the bathroom. And I was screaming while she was holding me so I could go to the bathroom. She was like, calm down. It's all right. Calm down. She's rubbing my back and I'm fucking screaming. Like, where is my nurse? Give me my fucking medicine, please. So I went, used the bathroom. My period has started. So she went and got me some stuff to help me with my period. Even though I had underwear and stuff, I just couldn't put it on at that time. Like I had brought underwear and pads because I knew my period would probably start. So, I wasn't able to put it on myself because I was in excruciating pain. So after After she helped me put my pad and stuff on, I went back in the bed and I was crying my whole way to the bed. I was just hurting. My nurse came in, gave me my pain medicine. I was knocked out. And that's basically how I spent my time in the hospital. I was either getting up, walking around, peeing, going to the bathroom to pee, or I was crying and I was sleeping. That's pretty much all I did. I was crying, walking, peeing, and sleeping when I was in the hospital. I was hurting bad. Like, and I have a very high pain tolerance. I also have fibromyalgia. So my pain tolerance is extremely high. I was fucking hurting, y'all. I was fucking hurting. Like it, oh God. It's horrible. Whew, Jesus. Anyway, so one of my nurses actually, she did not give me pain medicine for 5 hours. She forgot about me. And I was in there raising hell. I had called for the nurses like 7 times. I need my pain medicine. I need my pain medicine. And when my pain got really intense, I would vomit because it was that much pain. Like I would be shaking. I would be trembling. My hands would be doing like this. I was in so much pain. That bitch forgot to give me my pain medicine on time. She was supposed to come in and not have me call. She was supposed to come and give me my pain medicine every 3 hours. Every 3 hours, she was supposed to give me my pain medicine. She forgot me. 5 hours. I was asleep for like 3 of those hours. And then I woke up and I felt the pain coming. So I called for my nurse. A nurse came in, and so she was like, I'm going to call for your nurse because there was specific nurses or whatever. So I called for my nurse like 7 times. She didn't come. And I started screaming. By the time the nurse came in that last time, I said, I haven't had my pain medicine in 5 hours. I need pain medicine. Please give me pain medicine. And I just started crying. So they started scrambling, trying to find my nurse. And I just started screaming and throwing up. Like, and it wasn't nothing coming out because I wasn't even eating. I was throwing up nothing, like water. Nothing was coming out, but I was throwing up. And they found my nurse and she's like, I got here as soon as I can. And I just stared at her like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Give me my medicine, please. Give me my pain medicine, please. Veins is ready. I just had an infusion. That's why this is like that. I'm like, veins is ready. Please just give me my pain. I don't give a fuck. So one of the other nurses told on her because I was in so much pain. Like I was in so much pain. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but one of the nurses told on her, and the head nurse came to talk to me about what happened. And I told her, I said I had called for the nurse like 7 times. I pressed the call button. Somebody came every time, but my nurse did not come. I didn't get pain medicine for 5 hours. And so they apologized and stuff like that. And then they had the head of the hospital or something like that come in and talk to me about what happened. And they reprimanded the nurse. Like she got in trouble because the bitch forgot about me. Like I just had major surgery and you forgot me? Like, bitch. And where were you for 5 hours? And they trying to find you. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. But I was on a shitload of medicine. Like this is my medication list right here. This is my other medication list. Like, I was on a lot of medicine. I was on Narcan. They gave me Roxycodone, Dilaudid. They gave me Tylenol, Pepsid. That's to help with my stomach. Dextrose. They gave me a lot of stuff. But yeah, anyway, that is actually it. That's all that I had to do to have the surgery, to have my insurance approve my surgery. And if you have any questions or anything like that, I do plan to do a Q&A, but I'm waiting at least a month to do the Q&A because it's still new to me. It's only been 2 weeks. So I'm waiting at least a month to do my Q&A. Anyway, that's it. and I'll talk to y'all later.